Welcome to Trivia Clips, your ultimate destination for music trivia. Today, we're diving into the raw energy and legacy of Nirvana, the band that shook the 90s and changed rock forever. Think you know your grunge? Let's test your skills with 15 questions. Not too easy, not too hard. Just right for real fans. Let's go. Question 1. What was the original name of the band before they became Nirvana? A. Skid Row, B. Bliss, C. Pencap Chew. The answer is B. Bliss Fun. Fact, before settling on Nirvana, they went through names like Fecal Matter, Skid Row, and Bliss. Question 2. In what year was their debut album Bleach released? A. 1988, B. 1989, C. 1990. The answer is B, 1989. Fun fact, Bleach was recorded for just $606, and Nirvana's drummer at the time was Chad Channing. Question 3. Which Nirvana song includes the line, "Daddy's little girl ain't a girl no more"? A. Polly B, Negative Creep. C. Something in the Way. The answer is B. Negative Creep. Fun fact, that track shows the band's early hardcore influence. It's loud, chaotic, and pure grunge. Question 4. Who was the drummer before Dave Grohl? A. Chad Channing, B. Dale Crover, C. Aaron Burkhard. The answer is A. Chad Channing. Fun fact, Channing played on most of Bleach, but was replaced before the breakthrough Nevermind album. Question 5. What was Nirvana's first single to chart on the Billboard Hot 100? A. Come As You Are, B. Lithium, C. Smells Like Teen Spirit. The answer is C. Smells Like Teen Spirit. Fun fact, this hit changed everything. It helped Nevermind knock Michael Jackson off the #1 album spot. Question 6. Who produced the album Nevermind? A. Butch Vig, B. Steve Albini, C. Jack Endino. The answer is A. Butch Vig. Fun fact, his polished production helped Nirvana reach a mainstream audience without losing their edge. Question 7. Which Nirvana song was inspired by a real-life kidnapping case? A. Polly B, Frances Farmer Will Have Her Revenge on Seattle. C. Rape Me. The answer is A. Polly. Fun fact, the song tells the story from the victim's perspective. Kurt was deeply affected by stories of abuse. Question 8. Where did Nirvana record their legendary MTV Unplugged session? A. Seattle, B. New York, C. Los Angeles. The answer is B. New York. Fun fact, it was recorded in 1993, just 5 months before Kurt's death. The stripped-down performance became iconic. Question 9. Which David Bowie song did Nirvana cover during MTV Unplugged? A. Heroes, B. The Man Who Sold the World, C. Changes. The answer is B. The Man Who Sold the World. Fun fact, Bowie loved the cover. Many fans discovered the song through Nirvana, thinking it was originally theirs. Question 10. Where did Nirvana play their final live concert? A. Seattle, B. Rome, C. Munich. The answer is C. Munich. Fun fact, their last show was on March 1st, 1994, just over a month before Kurt Cobain's death. Question 11. What label released Nirvana's debut album, Bleach? A. Geffen, B. Sub Pop, C. Capitol. The answer is B. Sub Pop. Fun fact, Sub Pop was key to the rise of Seattle grunge, also launching bands like Soundgarden and Mudhoney. Question 12. What is the name of Kurt Cobain's daughter? A. Courtney B, Frances Bean, C. Mary Lou. The answer is B. Frances Bean. Fun fact, she was born in 1992 and is now an artist and model. She owns the rights to much of Nirvana's legacy. Question 13. Which Nirvana song opens with the line, "I'm so happy 'cause today I found my friends"? A. Lithium. B. In Bloom. C. Drain You. The answer is A. Lithium Funk. Fact, the song is about finding peace through madness, a perfect reflection of Nirvana's lyrical themes. Question 14. Which album was released after Kurt Cobain's death? A. In Utero. B. From the Muddy Banks of the Wishkah. C. Incesticide. The answer is B. From the Muddy Banks of the Wishkah. Fun fact, released in 1996, it's a collection of live recordings from 1989 to 1994, raw and powerful. Question 15. What does the word Nirvana mean? A. A state of peace and release from suffering. An ancient god of music. Eternal chaos. The answer is A. A state of peace and release from suffering. Fun fact, Kurt chose the name to reflect a contrast with the band's aggressive sound, spiritual versus noise. How many did you get right? If you scored 10 or more, you're not just a fan, you're grunge royalty. Tell us your score in the comments and let us know what band you want next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more music trivia from Trivia Clips. See you next time, and stay loud. Hello, Trivia Clips friends. Have you ever wondered how Marilyn Manson became one of the most controversial and, at the same time, most influential figures in rock? Do you want to know the secrets behind his meteoric rise, unique style, and his ability to challenge all norms? Then get ready, because today we're going to uncover it all. Stick around until the end to discover surprising details about his life, career, and the mysteries that still surround this legendary artist. You won't want to miss it. Birth of a legend. Marilyn Manson, whose real name is Brian Hugh Warner, was born on January 5th, 1969, in Canton, Ohio. From his childhood, Manson was a different kind of kid. Raised in a conservative and religious family, his environment was everything opposite to the freedom he desired. It was during his youth that he began rebelling against the strict social norms imposed on him, diving into the world of art, music, and alternative culture. From an early age, he was drawn to the dark and macabre, especially horror films and books that explored the unknown. Interestingly, Manson wasn't always the scandalous figure we know today. Initially, he was a quiet young man looking for a way to express himself. His passion for music led him to form his band, Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids, in the mid-'80s. But what was most striking was not just their sound, but also their visual style, which would soon become one of the most controversial aspects of his career. But how did he go from being a kid from Ohio to becoming a globally recognized figure? The answer lies in his stage name, Marilyn Manson, a blend of two radically opposite icons. Marilyn Monroe, the blonde symbol of beauty and femininity, and Charles Manson, the infamous criminal who terrorized America in the 60s. By combining these two names, Manson didn't just create a memorable image, but also sent a bold message to break with everything established, to create something new, something challenging. Controversy as a tool. Throughout the 90s, Manson started gaining attention, and not for conventional reasons. His band, blending industrial rock with alternative metal, quickly gained attention, but what truly propelled Manson to fame was his provocative attitude. The album Antichrist Superstar, released in 1996, not only became a commercial success, but it was also a battle cry against traditional morality. The lyrics were dark. The images in his music videos and concerts were terrifying, and of course reactions didn't take long to come. The media, Politicians and religious groups were quick to point fingers at Manson as the figure responsible for the decay of youth. In fact, after the tragedy of the Columbine school shooting in 1999, Manson was wrongly linked with the perpetrators of the attack simply because they shared a similar aesthetic. The media accused him of negatively influencing young people, fueling a culture of violence. Despite Manson denying any connection to the shooting, this event further increased his visibility and made him the target of all sorts of criticisms. But instead of shying away from the controversy, Manson embraced it. Why? Because he understood that scandal and rejection only boosted his popularity. From then on, controversy was not just a side effect of his art, but an integral part of his public image. While society rejected him, he used that very reaction to fuel his career. Manson's art and music. Marilyn Manson wasn't just a musical artist, he was also a performer. His concerts were more than just music. They were complete visual experiences that left the audience in awe. From macabre